The New York Knicks have won 4 games in a row. They're going to put that winning streak on the line later today in Salt Lake City as they battle the Jazz. And joining me to preview that game is the founder of Let's Talk Knicks. Her name is Charlotte Steinberg. She joins me now. Charlotte, what's going on? Long time no see.
Long time no see. Happy to reconnect, Dexter. It's been quite a bit of time, but I'm
Yeah,
excited to talk about this Knicks Jazz matchup. Knicks are on a high right now. Hopefully, they can continue that.
yeah, hopefully I can. Okay, so let's talk Knicks, which is what you do. We'll do that. Charlotte, the Knicks, as you know, they've improved to 9-6 now in the season with their 4 game winning streak. So, what has been the biggest factor in this recent success, and do you think it's sustainable as they face the Jazz tonight?
One word, 4 letters: time. This team has not been given enough time to gel together, to be the offensive punch that everyone expected them to be. I think everyone's like, oh, like they're going to come in, they're going to be 11 and 0 or this crazy record that the Cleveland Cavaliers have. But I think really what it comes down to right now is they need time to gel. Everyone has to play their part, right? You got Karl Anthony Towns was traded right before training camp, like literally so close to the training camp that you can't expect them to have all the chemistry down and where everyone should be on offense. Jalen Brunson, obviously coming into this season, is was supposed to be an MVP candidate, and I think that people have too high of expectations, especially when you trade away one of his best friends in Dante DiVincenzo and Julius Randle, who has been a cornerstone in this franchise for a couple years now. But I think everyone needs to relax, take a breath, drink some water. The Knicks are going to be totally okay. We've seen that in the last couple of games. Mikal Bridges has started to get it going. Karl Anthony Towns and his versatility and spreading the floor has been amazing. And they're still missing Miles McBride, Precious Achiuwa, and Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, there's a lot. Look, drink water, keep calm, watch the Knicks. It'll probably be okay. You can stay there. It'll
Yes,
probably
that's what
be
I gotta
okay.
say.
There you go. It can be okay. Now, you mentioned Jalen Brunson. He and Karl Anthony Towns, they've been pivotal in recent wins, especially against the Suns. We saw how well they looked on offense. How do you see their leadership setting the tone for this team's offense and also chemistry?
What I've been really impressed with is the both of their composure on the floor. When you are two players that have never played together, it's going to, as we've talked about before, that it takes time to play with each other. And the offense that the New York Knicks are running, which is a 5-out offense, every single player on in the starting five currently can shoot a three-pointer. Jalen Brunson, people want to say, oh, he doesn't pass the ball, he's not getting his assist numbers up. It takes time to gel with these people. But I think that Karl Anthony Towns has been amazing this season. Absolutely unbelievable. He is shooting 50% from behind the arc. Unbelievable. And I think that's most out of the NBA, excluding corners with Mikal Bridges. But I think that Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns are a top 5 duo in the NBA, in my opinion. They set the tone because they play off each other so well. That pick and roll that I watch every night between Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson is lethal. It's unbelievable to watch because Jalen Brunson can roll to the basket or he can kick out to Karl Anthony Towns, who's 50% of the time so far in this season is knocking it down. But I think that they just balance each other so well. They play smooth, they calm down. Yeah, the first couple games it didn't look good with Karl Anthony Towns. I remember there was a game that he only took 9 shots, and in the post game, Jalen was like, "That's on me. I have to set him up better." And we've seen that recently.
Yeah, we have. That was a Cleveland game where he had single digit shots in that one. And since then, he's been tremendous on the offensive end, talking about Bodega Cat. Now, you talked about Jalen Brunson dishing the ball. The Knicks as a team, their ball movement has reached historic levels during this winning streak. They are leading the league in assists per game over the past 4 games. So, what has changed offensively to allow for this improvement? And do you think it can continue down the road and tonight against a team like Utah?
Well, Utah could potentially be without Jordan Clarkson, Walker Kessler, and Kyle Filipowski, their second round pick in this past year's draft. I think it can continue. We saw it the other night. They put up 40 points in the first quarter. That's not easy to do in today's NBA, especially with everyone shooting the three ball. It's a make or miss league right now. I think it's unbelievable how OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges, even Josh Hart, who's shooting over 75% in the paint right now. I think everyone has learned that they have to play their role. If you play your role, the New York Knicks will be successful. Yeah, it's taken a time to, kind of feel everyone out and where they want to be and where the ball needs to be passed. OG Anunoby has been crazy good. I think he's been one of the best players on the New York Knicks, other than Karl-Anthony Towns and, of course, Jalen Brunson. But everyone is able to shoot the three-pointer ball in the offense. It's unbelievable. Campaign, even off the bench, just averaging just under 10 points. I was talking about it with someone the other day that I don't think that he's played as well as he's right now, other than maybe that Suns team that made that road to the finals, or maybe his rookie year. But I think everyone is starting to play their roles and everyone is getting their shots. And Jalen Brunson, I just want to talk about for 1 second. Everyone is saying doesn't pass the ball. The guy has put up 10 assists game, 11 assists game. He's averaging just under 8 assists a game. We're acting like this guy is shooting, the lights out and not passing the ball and being a ball hog. That's not the type of player that Jalen Brunson is or will ever be.
Yeah, and I didn't understand it because one of the things I thought, Charlotte, coming into the season was I thought it was a very good chance that you could see Jalen Brunson's assists go up. I thought it could be over 7 a game. I thought with the increased talent he's had around him, also just what he's able to do in the pick and roll with Karl-Anthony Towns. And you're seeing those assist numbers go up, and you're seeing it affect the whole team. The team is believing in each other, as you said, trusting the roles, passing the ball, and it's looking really good in terms of offense. Now, on the flip side, because we got to talk about the flip side, Tom Thibodeau's defense, usually a strength. It's been inconsistent this season. So what adjustments do the Knicks need to make defensively to slow down Utah's perimeter shooting and transition game, which could be key in this matchup later today?
You're absolutely right, Dexter. The biggest problem right now is Wingstop, a.k.a. Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby, not fighting over screens on three-point shooters. I think that the Knicks, where they're getting killed, is that they're leaving three-point shooters available to shoot the ball without even a hand in their face because they're not stepping up on that, right? You got to fight over those screens. I know Karl-Anthony Towns, you can hear him on the broadcast calling, pick, screen, and no one's fighting over them. I just don't understand why that's happening. It just doesn't make sense to me. I think the screening, OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges have to play better on the defensive side. That is why they were brought here. You got one of the best wing tandems in the league, right? You traded all those picks for Mikal Bridges, and all of a sudden, he's not playing up to par how people thought he would be. But again, it takes time to adjust to this offense. But I really do believe they will play better as time goes by. When you get Mitchell Robinson back, you get Precious Achiuwa back, you get Miles McBride back, who's one of the best perimeter defenders on the Knicks roster. But I think really it starts with fighting over screens. And also, when Karl-Anthony Towns is out of the game, Jericho Sims has to do a better job of boxing out and rebounding. And that's why everyone's screaming right now for Ariel Hawk-Porty to be in games. But again, Jericho has been here longer. He's earned the trust of the coaching staff. But boxing out, fighting over screens, and the bench stepping up.
Yep, we will see if that defense improves, as you said, over time. Last thing for me, Charlotte, Knicks versus Jazz, we know, going down Saturday evening. What are the keys to the Knicks coming out on top in Utah and pushing their winning streak to 5 games?
They have to start fast on the offensive end. We saw that in Phoenix. They got off to an unbelievable start. You got to get Campaign going off the bench, especially with no Miles McBride. And he has been leading the charge at that backup point guard spot. Keep shooting those threes. He is shooting with confidence. Get Mikal Bridges' mid-range game going. What I mean by that is find him in spots that he can knock down those easy shots or maybe get to the foul line. I think Mikal Bridges, when he came here, everyone's like, oh, we got the wing stop, OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. But Mikal takes this offense from good to great. And that's what I truly believe. I think Mikal Bridges, he showed off in Phoenix. He's been rocking ever since that Brooklyn double header pretty much. But I really think Mikal Bridges has to get going. Get Karl. They're not going to be without. They're going to be without top 2 centers basically if it holds with Walker Kessler and Kyle Filipowski. So Karl really has to execute that 3-point shot and also drive to the rim, take advantage of those matchups. And then Jalen Brunson has been unbelievable. He's had 23 points, 29 points, even 38 points against the Utah Jazz in the last couple of years.
Yeah, he's been strong against them. We will see if the Knicks can make it 5 in a row out in Salt Lake City as they battle the Jazz later on Saturday evening. That is Charlotte Steinberg. Check her out. Let's Talk Knicks. Great platform talking Knickerbocker basketball. Charlotte, had been a while. Good to connect. We will do it again soon. Thank you.
Of course.